All right, thank you again for spending your Thursday night with us at the International Pop Overthrow Music Festival. Thank you, Randall. Here at Redwood Bar. This is our third year in a row doing shows here and our 25th year doing shows at in Los Angeles. I wish I could say in a row, but there was a thing called COVID, which seems to be rearing its ugly head again. Not quite as ugly as it was in 2020, thank God, but it's going around again, and yeah, well, it's bound to happen. But thank God this variant isn't anywhere near as dangerous as the first one. But we've got two more awesome acts, so we hope you stick around for them. And this gentleman to my right has played International Pop Overthrow many times. We're always grateful. He's just a tremendous singer-songwriter. Pure class are his songs and his voice. And yeah, so you're going to enjoy this a lot. Would you please give a huge welcome to Mr. Corey Landis?
Thanks, David. I needed some cocaine, so I called my priest. He said the heat is on. You're gonna have to start tithing at least. But I'm not the same as I used to be. Or maybe I am wrong. But I prefer if we kept that between you and me. But one of these days, you best be out my way. I don't know how much more of this I can take. One of these days, I'm just not gonna put on the brakes. Well, somehow the headlight gets blamed on the deer, and no one's keeping track. Just file it into the Dead Sea. The scrap heaps in upkeep. Well, this is just an accident, and I just wanna be thrown clear. But one of these days, you best be out my way. I don't know how much more of this I can take. But one of these days, I'm just not gonna put on the brakes. I'm packing Xanax and a gun. Just call me your red-headed stepson. It's always the same as it used to be. Or maybe I am wrong. added to the file in the Dead Sea. Turns out you signed up in absentee before the crashing of the gong. And now you're an amputee. But one of these days, you best be out my way. I don't know how much more of this I can take. One of these days, you best be out my way. I don't know how much more of this I can take. One of these days, I'm just not gonna put on the brakes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm reading off of things here because these are all new songs that the paint's still dry on. Forgive me and the sound cutting out. Yeah, I've written a bunch of new songs, first time in a very long time. Oh, that's great. That's great. Great. Yeah, it's just the ghost. It's fine. It's just the old sea captain ghost here. That's okay. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because apparently the mic doesn't like that. Here's another new song. I'll make it about a sea captain, goddammit. I cut myself while shaving. I guess I was misbehaving. It seems I can't remember all that I forgot since the last of the arts. And I've tried to make nices with all my vices and kill one bird with two stones. And on the Bilking Memorial Interchange with Hornsby and the range, I'm declaring a thumb war with my phone. Let's hang the shit up. Let's tear the shit down. You've got kind eyes and kind lies in equal supply. But I'm good enough not to pretend. And when you're busy figuring out what you're gonna do, I'll be on to the daring do. When I hear laughing, I begin having a conversation with no invitee, 'cause I think they're laughing at me. I'm not a fan of electrocution, and each day's a day of execution. And I'm stuck here in the phantom zone. I set the universe off track, like when Biff caught the almanac in your freebasing methadone. Let's rip the shit up. Let's burn the shit down. You've got kind eyes and kind lies in equal supply. But I'm good enough not to pretend. And when you're busy figuring out what you're gonna do, I'll be on to the daring do. What's with you? Always flipping bitches, always ripping stitches, never snatching what the situation is handing you. You argue with the truth is in front of you. Turns out all the taunts were true. And what's amphetamine is good for and fit you. You've got kind eyes and kind lies in equal supply, but I'm good enough not to pretend. And when you're busy figuring out what you're gonna do, I'll be on to the daring do. I'll be on to the daring do. I'll be on to the daring do. Thanks, everybody. And fuck this shit. And we'll hopefully wind up on a record in the near future. I'm just kind of experimenting around with things, and I appreciate your patience. This feeling inside keeps on sinking, and the ice cubes can't keep up with what you're drinking. But I'm behind you, closing the tub. But where were you the time before, when you locked the door? And if I broke through, would I see more? Or would I be just a thief in the fruit tree? I'd love to go to Japan, but the lawn needs mowing. There's no more rain, but somehow it just keeps on growing. Rotting from a bite an eon ago, a thief from a dead hand that just won't let go. Stay away from me. Can't you see I'm a thief in the fruit tree? A smile is like a simile without an eye. Think about it. You shouldn't argue with an eagle's dead eye. I wanna spoil you, I wanna ruin you. You should find relief. Why can't you see? I'm just a thief in the fruit tree. I'm just a thief in the fruit tree. I'm just a thief in the fruit tree. Thank you. My last record that I did was produced by a friend of mine who's since passed, a guy named Jeff Emmerich. And yeah. And, I miss him. And I thought I'd do a little song that he produced. And for this one and the next one, I'm going to bring up my lovely wife, Maureen, to help. She deserves more than that. Come on. She married me. And Jet, I thought the major was a lady. Suffragette, Jet, oh, Jet, oh, I met her. Want Jet to always love me. I met her. Want Jet to always love me. I met her. Much later. Jet, with the wind in your hair of 1,000 laces. Climb on the back and we'll go for a ride in the sky. And Jet, I thought the major was a lady. Suffragette, Jet, oh, Jet, oh, my lady, little lady, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Here's another one. Album, but climate and time. dust and dark, and a spark in the rain. Blood and gall spill over into October and down the hall. Shoot the craps across your fingers, or play your winger perhaps, but I'll catch fire and burn. And now it's your turn to collapse from desire. Dark times are coming, dark times are near, dark times behind us, and more dark times ahead, I fear. They say if there's a hell, we're in it. Just listen to the song as a computer spins it. We've come so far from the glory. If you wanted something more cheerful, you should have opened a different story. Dark times are coming, dark times are near, dark times behind us, and more dark times ahead, I fear. Dark times are coming, dark times are near, dark times behind us, and more dark times ahead, I fear. Nice. Thank you, Maureen. Hand for my wife, Maureen Landis. Being very kind and helping me. Again, that possibly people can maybe the California stop. I just had an idea. I was running one day. This notion of what a California stop is. But also, what if your stop on your trip was California stop? But what if you happen to be vacationing during the time when all of crazy business is happening? The Blade Runner came by today, showed up on your doorstep. So what was your misstep? Then he decided to stay. like something from Mad Max. There's nobody left here to call the cops on your California style. The cement planters have been delivered, but the people that hauled them didn't stay to install them, and I'm sure that'll make them quiver. They've got free electricity, they're watching Felicity. There's an old man on fire screaming at a flip-flop. You better pull a California style. Well, it's fun when you see it in film, but it's another thing when you're negotiating with a screaming thing, missing a limb. It's a miracle mile of Winnebagos, and the tarps they're leaking, but no one is speaking up. And I'm not talking about Glendale, but it's the one thing we have in common: the absence of effective lawmen. Your only safe haven is the pawn shop. You better roll through that California style. There's nobody left here to call the cops. You know it's time for a California style. Thank you. Going on time here. We got time for got a picture like this picture Paul Simon Rhythm of the Saints kind of people behind me. He said, I didn't like your shirt. Well, I didn't ask you. He's looking left and right, but not right at you. He's got a touch of the tism, just a touch of the tism, just a touch of the tism. And don't you want to be touched too? She don't know what to bring to the party. She is the one who reports you when you're tardy. She's got a touch of the tesm, just a touch of the tesm, just a touch of the tesm. And don't you wanna be touched too? You're just a website away from a better today. The algorithm says, hey, you could be one of us today. You are rocking back and forth this and that away. Hyperfixation is your word of the day. You've got a touch of the tesm, just a touch of the tesm, just a touch of the tesm. And I wanna be touched too. I wanna be touched too. I wanna be in touch too. I wanna be touched too. Thank you. Thank you. I think, David, do you have time for... Oh, he's not here. Okay. Nothing. I'll do one more new one, and then I'll back up. Okay, this one is called Career Nadir. I was listening to Bacharach, playing some blackjack, wondering if my red was ever gonna turn black. So I turned off my Nintendo. It's all what you intend, though. So I started scrambling around, searching for some endo. Whoa. 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 I was spent like today's check, but I started to come back, because you know that I always have a knack. And I said that I forgive you. That's assuming I'll outlive you. I can't imagine I'll be last in line for those who want to shiv you. Whoa. Well, it's on the dear for your career. I've got the deep cuts, but you just want the hits. But you don't have to worry, the door is never shut. and you'll always land on your tits. It's like watching paint dry and counting the drips and accounting for whomever made the drips and double checking with whomever assisted in the making of said drips. Well, it's on the dear for your career. I've got the deep cuts, but you just want the hits. But you don't have to worry, just strangle Jabba the Hutt, and you'll always land on your tits. Thanks very much. Thanks again to International Pop Overthrow and David Bash, as always, for being a good friend and for having me here and to play. And thank you for being a very kind audience. I'll leave you with just a little fun song. The summer draws to half of this record. Preparing it, I'm thinking about Jeff's work with Elvis Costello in Imperial Bedroom, and half the time I'm thinking about Lindsey Buckingham's work. And so I figure a fitting end. Well, I found out long ago, it's a long way down the holiday road, holiday road, holiday road. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, take you right on the West Coast kid. Holiday road, holiday road, holiday road, holiday I found out long ago, it's a long way down the holiday road, holiday road, holiday road, holiday road, Thanks, everybody.
What an amazing artist and person. I really am grateful when he comes to International Pop Overthrow. Give it up one more time for Corey Landis and Amy, right? Maureen? Amy, Maureen, you know, they're close. It's an easy mistake to make. Thank you, Maureen. You were great as well. All right, we have one more act tonight at International Pop Overthrow, and now we're going to get into the rock and roll. We're going to get into the band portion of the night. And I've been waiting a long time to see this band ever since I heard their first album. And now they have a brand new album, both on Sound Flat Records, one of my favorite labels. And yeah, I mean, the Kring and Perry Deer and the Deer Stalkers and Local Drags and all those great bands, including this one, the Fantastic Fellinis, up next. Stick around. Thanks.